into a fresh week, a fresh episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I am your host, Processor Sky, joined by the beautiful Miss Rachel. How you doing today?
I'm a little tired. You definitely have more energy.
Yeah.
Which is so strange.
Let's
why?
give you some of it.
Okay.
You feel it?
Transfer wasn't successful.
Oh, transfer wasn't successful.
Maybe the coffee's gonna be the answer.
Honestly, yeah, that might be the plug that you need. Your transfer successful one way or the other. It just might take some time to kick in. But really fucking pumped to be back for another episode of Good News Monday, where we start off our week of Weekday Wake and Bake news shows with some good news from around the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really fucking excited to get some...
We need some good news.
Yeah, some positivity going up in this, John. Really fucking excited to hop on into it. What shall we do? Get the show starting officially?
Absolutely, but first we have to give shout-outs to our sponsors.
But before we give shout-outs to our sponsors, the questions of the day, so they can answer the question while it's a pretty good format. Like while we do the ad read, they can answer the question. So the question we want to ask you on this Good News Monday is, what is your good news of the week? If you are tuning in on any of the streaming platforms, would absolutely love to know what your good news is. And in the comments section, wherever you're consuming this, any good news that's happening in your life, something positive that you'd like to share with the Roll Gangsters, and we would love to read it off on the show. So if you want to answer what is your good news while we give a shout out to the sponsors of the show, because they make it happen for the Weekday Wake and Bake and help out the Roll Gangsters. Over to Rach.
So shout out to WWnB University, the first ever cannabis college. The place to go to get all of your knowledge in the cannabis industry, whether that's growing, selling, business-wise, cultivating, whatever it is. Hit up WWnB University for all of your cannabis college needs. And then shout out to the Rolling Spoon, the handy dandy cannabis multi-tool, helps you seal the deal and roll a dime every time.
Absolutely. I'm about to use my handy dandy Rolling Spoon cannabis multi-tool to roll us up a dime that we can sesh on, because after all, we have awoke, so we are blessed to have a smoke, which is why we love to hop on with all the Roll Gangsters every weekday morning. If this is your first time tuning into an episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake, we absolutely love having you. And we love all the Roll Gangsters, old and new. Session with you guys every weekday morning at 10 a.m. just to kick off the day strong. And rolling up with my handy dandy rolling spoon. Not only helping to roll a dime every time, but promo code Rolling Spoon is like a 10% scholarship over at Oaksterdam. Rachel and my proud cannabis industry alumni. But anyways, without further ado, while I finish rolling up our good morning joint ski, do you want to hop into the first of the Good News Monday news stories?
Of course.
We're definitely going to read off all of the good news stories from the comments section before the end of the show. Got to give a shout. Those are the most important news stories, but would love to hear your good news in the comments section. But Rachel, what's up with your first good news story of the week?
So the first good news story from this week comes from here in Las Vegas, very, very locally, at the Medicine Dispensary. We had some heroic acts yesterday.
Yes, indeed. It was actually 2 days ago, but yeah. No, it's still cool. It's still such an unbelievably enriching. Yeah, I did. I forgot about it. It was a hectic day. But yeah, what went down over at the shop?
So we have workers at Medicine Dispensary discover a cat inside of a car engine, and they dismantled the car in order to save it.
Literally such an enriching story. I actually was working for a lot of this. Like, I was actually on the floor dealing the herbs. It was a really good friend of mine, JoJo, who was doing a pop-up in the in the lobby. Shout out JoJo. Heard the sound of a cat coming from the parking lot. Like, where is this cat? A notable cat mom heard this cat coming from somewhere. And she told my coworker, bud tender Medicine Matt, shout out Medicine Matt, about the sound of the cat. And they go over and discover that it's in the fucking engine of the car. And so they eventually work really hard just to find out who the owner of the car was so that they could get her to unlock it. And then eventually started taking parts out of the car, taking a wheel off in order to save this tiny little kitten. And when Matt went to grab the kitten out of the engine, he got super bit up, super bloody, torn up finger. But JoJo took the kitten back to her place looking for a new owner. I think she actually found one for this baby cat found in the engine of a car. You literally can't make this shit up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And at least they were able to get the kitten out, and now it's in a safe home.
Yep, safe and sound.
That is crazy. Well, good ears on her then, seriously, for being able to hear that.
Yeah, and detect it, literally. Yeah. And the security guard D, with the mechanic skills to take some parts off the car to save this kitten. I mean, it was a real ordeal. I mean, baby cat needed saved and would have died in the engine of this car. So, really fucking wholesome piece of news.
I think that's the most wholesome piece of news we could have had.
Yeah, honestly, super close to home too, because obviously I work over at Medicine, and it's a really great atmosphere. Saving kittens and slinging the weed over at Medicine Dispensary. You can come and shop with me today, 4 to midnight, if you guys are in the Las Vegas area. But
if not, honestly, they get it because it's a very big week.
Indeed it is. Indeed
Crazy
it is.
How it's that time of year again.
Oh, 420 again. I am so fucking excited. We're going to have a crazy episode on 420 for sure. Priming up the 420 week. What is the next piece of cannabis news here on this, oh my goodness. The next piece of good news here on this cannabis news. Oh my goodness.
It's Monday.
Help me out.
We're a little rusty.
Help me out, Rachel.
But I think it's going to be hard to try to top saving a kitten out of a car engine at the dispensary.
Yes.
So we're going to try our best, but that's my number one story for maybe
that's
the year.
That
just makes me so happy because you guys know we have a kitten and he's just the best little thing ever. Like, thinking about him being in a car engine and stuck, oh my gosh, I have chills.
I know. It's a great start to a kitten's story.
Yeah.
Great start to a kitten's long and happy life, I hope.
I love that.
But the next piece of news here on this Good News Monday is...
Scientists discover why bears don't get blood clots during hibernation. Heat shock protein 47 is responsible and may be promising for a supplement for sedentary living.
So honestly, it may not be that great of news. Some people are thinking like, oh, a new supplement for people to be lazy. But like, honestly, some people, it's their job. Like, they have to sit for a long time, airplanes, long flights, you sit for a while. And it's very common to get blood clots for that moment of sedentariness. So scientists were trying to discover why bears don't get blood clots during hibernation, and they made a breakthrough. They found, what is it called? Heat
shock protein 47.
HSP 47 for short. Maybe a supplement to help people not have to be as active in the workplace, or...
Not even that. I think more for the people who can't even be physically active, who have some sort of
disability.
Yeah,
yes.
Or something that holds them back from being some chronic pain or anything and not being able to move as much. So I think that could be extremely helpful. And I mean, old age too. Like, I remember working in the nursing home and the people weren't, like, there was residents that would get blood clots and stuff, so that would help them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They would get blood clots because they can't move.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you're bedridden, like you said, like, maybe not even disabled, but old. You know what I mean? Not like, capable of moving that much anymore, and they're stuck in a bed, and,
yeah.
Yeah, it might actually help keep the blood flowing a little bit smoother.
Yeah, I think that's good news.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe not as much as the kitten. But...
Not as much as saving a kitten, but helping the blood flow in for people with forced into a sedentary situation. I really hope it doesn't get misused and people just, can be lazier and use this supplement. But I don't know. It's a pretty cool discovery why bears don't get blood clots during hibernation. An excess of internally produced HSP 47. Crazy.
Scientists can discover like anything.
A lot of fucking
maybe
shit.
Maybe not anything. There's a
Literally.
lot of questions we all have that nobody seems to have the answers to. But like, I would never think, how can I cure blood clots? Let me just study this bear because of hibernation, and then finding the answer.
Yeah.
So cool.
Shout I mean, we live in the future and in the past. I just hope the HSP doesn't get misstrewn in the future. Shout out to dope-ass scientists, dope-ass study. Because, I guess I never really thought about it, but why do bears, not die when they hibernate? HSP 47.
I heard something that, bear hibernation isn't what we really think it is. Because I genuinely thought that they were just asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
They're just sleeping their problems away.
They kind of are.
But I heard that it's not like that at all.
They do stuff in there?
Yeah.
They play checkers?
No.
I don't know what they wash each other or something.
I don't know, but they're just not actually asleep the whole time.
They might, yeah.
I thought hibernation was sleeping the whole time.
They might fool around a little bit in there.
Who knows what they do?
That's pretty cool. That actually sounds dope. Maybe we should hibernate sometime.
In a cave somewhere?
Yo, we have one more news story to share with you guys, but it is time to share the good news of the week. Bruce Martin drives 1,500 miles annually. Better check the vehicle from now on.
Yeah, better check, make sure no kittens are in there.
Yeah, Cali 420 Love, good news is he thanks God that he's still alive. Honestly, me too. For real.
Yeah.
Great news from Cali 420 Love. Cherry Pie, the homie Chelsea, good news that she is the only intern getting hired full-time to an agency that she'd been interviewing at, and only halfway through the internship.
Wow,
yo,
congratulations.
Let's go, Chels.
That
Big
is
move.
huge.
Yeah, so deserving. The homie Chelsea, Cherry Pie Socials, awesome piece of good news. My Graham tuning into the show.
Hi, Grammy.
She was credited with naming generous community members as pillars of the community. Oh my goodness. Of course, my Graham, named as one of the community's generous individuals, the most generous individual I've ever met. My Graham, Roz Sky, tuning into the show. Some awesome good news from all the Roll Gangsters. What a resounding segment of good news in the comments.
I love that. Thank you for sharing all of your good news and congratulations.
Yeah, major congrats to Graham and Chelsea with the awesome internship news, new job news. That agency will definitely be getting a superstar in you, Chelsea. But yeah, let's get into the last piece of good news here on this Good News Monday, brought to you by WWnB University and the Rolling Spoon.
Yeah, so we have bone-looking structures are discovered and photographed on Mars by a rover cam.
Y'all gotta hit the internet for this one, or maybe you know what? I'll go ahead.
Good news.
I'll post a story. That's awesome news.
That's scary.
It's a little scary, but it's so invigorating. Y'all gotta see the pictures on Instagram. I'm gonna post on my story the pictures that this Mars rover caught of these bone-looking structures on Mars. What?
Like human bones?
No. They look more like dragon bones, like little bones.
That scares me.
Like spines.
Spines.
We need your hot take. Check out the Instagram story for the pictures of this Martian. Wow. The first ever Martian bone structure. It was recorded by the Mars rover and the ChemCam. So the ChemCam is a camera that detects density and was able to confirm its bone-like structure.
Gives me chills on my spine.
Tune in Rolling Spoon. I'm going to post that. It'll be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But tap into this story. Absolutely love all the Roll Gangsters tuning in. It is 420 week. We are going to be blowing smoke all week long. But that 420 episode, we're going to have to hype that one up coming up. Tomorrow is Tuesday Reviews Day. And Rachel has a special...
rosin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A special rosin?
Mm-hmm.
That we...
It goes along with the tool I'll use, too, pretty perfectly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, this is a surprise to me. I'm going to be judging some Nuwu flour on the show. Rachel's going to help me with that. I'll help her with hers. And we're just going to hit the Tuesday Reviews Day. Dive into the cleanest of the Las Vegas legal cannabis market. And give a shout out to these awesome companies that make really great products for us. And yeah. So let's get on into it. Happy Motivational Monday to the Canna quote of the week from your Processor Sky to close out the show. No nugs, 1 nugs, 2 nugs, 3. Be the best that you can be. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday Reviews Day. Mwah. Love you, Roll Gang.
Yeah, thank you for watching.